Welcome to Beauty of a Heart. Andiling, Lulu. This morning I'm very excited and happy because I just received my order, which is this Urban Decay Naked Honey Palette, and this is my very first Urban Decay Naked Palette. So today I'll be sharing with you my first impression of this palette. I'll be doing an eye makeup, a review, the hand swatches, as well as the conclusion, whether this is worth it and is there any other alternative, because it's quite pricey. Not many people want to spend that kind of money on makeup. So let's get started. And this is the eye makeup, and I'm going to use the brushes here because I heard from Emily Noel that this brushes is good. Not really hearing from her, just watch her video. So let me just test out the brush, because normally when there's brush in the palette, I don't use it. I really feel soft and firm. Let me start off with using this color Swarm on the crease. It does have a little kickback. So let me just stamp the color first, then blend out with circular motion. For testing purpose, I will not be using spray. I just want to see the true nature of the performance. Next, I'll be using Hive, this color, as the transition color. Next, using this Stink at the outer corner. For this look, I will use as much color as possible because I want to test out. Oh, this is very pigmented. So far, this is the third matte I'm using, and so far the three mattes work out very well, easily blendable and very smooth. I think for this color Stink, just use a little at a time, because it's pigmented. Next, I'm going to use the other side of the brush, the flatter and shorter bristle end, and apply this Flyby under the eyebrow bone. Oh, this is intense. Okay, flick to the clean side to blend. Okay, so far I think the brush is not really for me. Emily Noel and I have very different eyes. This is a bit too big for my preference. I have little eye space. Okay, next, going to apply honey over here using my finger. I always like to use shimmer with my finger. Wow, this is so intense. Actually, it reminds me of the ColourPop Super Short Eyeshadow Telepathy, the collaboration with Catrice. For this look, I will also avoid to use cut crease because I want to see the color pay off. But if you dislike to, you may like to do a cut crease and also spray to make the foil more foiled. Using my own brush, I'll be using this Flyby again in the inner corner. Next, applying this amber of their star colors again with my finger and apply over this area, the empty area, and fill up the gap. Marry these two colors, the honey and amber, together with a clean finger and press it in for more intense effect. And touch up with this color Stink on the outer corner. Just apply very little amount and gently just stamp it in. Then blend. Hi dears, I already applied eyeliner, which is from this ColourPop liquid eyeliner in the color Grandeur. This is the dark brown color, which is from the collection Baby Got Peach. Anyway, I just did a video, haven't edited yet. Either this video will be up first or the ColourPop Baby Got Peach, so I haven't decided yet. Also, I applied the AliExpress fake lashes, and I just took a look in the camera. I don't know why. My face now is very glowy and dewy. but in the mirror it's not so. Anyways, I applied this also from Urban Decay. This is their Stay Naked foundation in the color 30WY. Also did a wear test with this. Also do not know when this will be up. So next, continue with the lower lash line. I've applied this color Sting at the waterline here. It's a very beautiful eyeliner color. So apply with the brush, gently dab first to deposit the color and blend. Then touch up to your desired intensity. Next, using this color Queen on the lower lash line. And that's it. When I got this palette, I am actually very nervous, and here's why. Firstly, because for their Naked Cherry palette, I was actually very intrigued by their color stories, although I know that it would create a lot of very different look, but I am very interested in the color. So when the day it was launched at Sephora, I went down to Sephora and passed the tester. And from the tester, I know that this is very new. In fact, nobody has touched the tester before because I can see the print in the eyeshadow. So I'm the first one to devour it. Devour or deflower? You know what I mean, right? Immediately, I was disappointed and turned off, and I walked away because I find that the texture is a bit powdery. It doesn't really stick onto my skin, and it's not pigmented as much as I wanted it to be. So in a way, it's good that I can save some money. Half a year later, I went to another Sephora and test out their tester. I can see that the tester is very well beaten up because some of the colors in the eyeshadow has already hit pan. So I feel it, I test it, and I like the texture because this time round the texture is very smooth, very creamy, and it's very pigmented. But I was thinking, because a lot of people are using that palette, I got this theory. I don't know how true it is. We have temperature on our hands, so when our finger touch it, the temperature of our finger somehow melted the eyeshadow and make it more creamy than usual. I don't know how true it is. So I trust my first tester better, and I didn't get the cherry. So this is one experience which I am having a lot of questions about the quality of the Naked palette. The next one is this Urban Decay Born to Run palette. It received tons and tons of good review. I did a dedicated swatch and review for this palette. I will refer to the link somewhere here on the screen. I was actually very disappointed by it. No doubt, I'm very interested in the color stories, very colorful, and some of the shimmers were so well, so creamy, so buttery. But the matte generally is just not showing. I have high expectation also on these two berry colors, which is one matte, one shimmers, but it doesn't turn out. Overall, as a palette, for its pricing, I think it's not worth it. But if it's ColourPop's kind of pricing, then I think it's okay. So that's why I do not like this palette. And that's the second reason why I have questions about Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. So when I saw this was released, I've always watched some of the beauty YouTubers talking about the weekly new makeup release. And when they talk about this palette being Urban Decay Naked Honey, they were turned off by the color story. Because when we talk about honey, we straight away think of ColourPop. Aha honey! When there's bright yellows, we can have fun, we can have some gold shades, some glitters. But this is not so bright and fun. And later on, I also saw Tarte is coming out with their own honey palette, which is about the same as this from the picture. That's why when we talk about honey palette, color story we expect will be this kind. So when Urban Decay mentioned that they will come out with this color story instead, a lot of us are disappointed except for me, because I find that it actually looks good and attracts me. But there again, I have my doubts in the quality. And I like the fact that different companies have their own interpretation about honey, because for honey, I'm not so sure about honey at your side, but at least for my side, it is not bright yellow. This is like a gold, deep yellow gold or near to brown. This is the kind of honey I've been taking. So I find that Urban Decay is also not wrong. They have their own interpretation, which is quite true to the edible honey. On the 13th September, Friday, this was launched at Sephora. I wasn't planning to go out, so I quickly ordered from their online store. Today is the 16th September, which is a Monday. I received this early in the morning. So happy, I'm so surprised of their unexpected speedy delivery. I cannot contain my excitement. I swatched it straight away on my hand. And boy, I think I'm so lucky to get a right quality for the price, because 83 Sing dollars, which is 49 USD, is not a cheap palette. So for this palette, it comes with the outer sleeve box, which is the cardboard material, golden in color, so pretty. And that's the color name, and the description of the color story is mainly a gold, brown, and amber, which is a shade of orange, very autumn also. And here comes the palette. To my surprise, it's quite thick. I thought for their usual naked palette, it should be quite slim. So this is, I like the texture of it, and the words naked is actually protruding out, so you can feel it with your finger. And the wordings below, which is the Urban Decay honey, the words are also protruding out. So there's a lot of texture going on. And then you can see the swirling effect. Actually, I find that this material feels very metal, but I watched a lot of reviews and they say that this is actually plastic. But I don't mind. It looks expensive though. And as usual, this is their typical layout for their naked series. The mirror and the vertical stripe eyeshadow pens lying next to each other, and then comes with the brush, the dual-ended brush. For some reason, for palettes with this kind of layout, I will always be confused. I'm not so sure, is it because they are very near to each other or the color scheme. Sometimes when I apply one color on one eye, I will forget what color I'm using, and then I apply another color on a different eye, which is so bad. Do you dears have this kind of experience before? If so, please comment in the comment section, yeah? High five! Just now when I was doing the eye makeup, I mainly used this brush provided, which because I watched from Emily Noel mentioned that this brush is very good. So I want to try this out. Maybe it worked for her, but for myself, I usually prefer a smaller brush for more details work because we have very different eyes. I don't have that much lid space as hers, so I prefer a smaller and more detailed brush. And this time around, I would say I am very happy with the quality so far. Shimmers are amazing. As you can see from the swatch later, it's so foil, so creamy and buttery. And for their mattes, it blends out very easily and fast, and it's pigmented, not like the Born to Run, this palette. So far, as for the first impression, I am very happy with the quality. So is this for yellow skin? Yes, definitely. And for me who live in a summer all year round country, I think this is a very good palette. I can use it every day. And mainly, this is a very neutral, natural palette. I can also use it for work. So if you dears are working in your office and your company do not encourage such colorful, bold makeup, then this color story will be good. Especially for dears who don't always buy eyeshadow palettes, only buy once in a blue moon, then you can get this. And if you can wait, I don't know when is the next Sephora sales, then maybe you can wait for the 20% Sephora sales and get this. Because $83 is kind of pricey for 12 colors. For these 12 eyeshadow pens, there is one almost dual chrome, setting dual chrome. There are 5 shimmers, and the rest of the 6 are mattes. So this color, Flyby, which I have it on the inner corner and also under the eyebrow bone, is a setting dual chrome, more setting actually. Amber is the shimmer colors, as well as golden, honey, queen, and HBIC. The rest are mattes like Sweet, Swamp, Keeper, Hive, Drip, and Sting. Okay, conclusion for this palette is, so far for my first impression of this palette, is very good quality, worth the price, but yeah, still a bit heartache for paying 83 Sing dollar for it. If you just want to get it and don't mind waiting, wait for the next Sephora sales. And when I was doing the eye makeup, I realized that for this color Honey, it reminded me of the Super Short eyeshadow, the collaboration between Catrice Light and Colourpop, which is the color Telepathy. Let me just swatch it. So this is Honey from Urban Decay. This is like a yellow gold with specks of shimmers. And this is from Colourpop, Telepathy. I think they are not selling anymore in their website. They look more similar in person, but over at the camera this seems like more antique gold than this more yellow gold. This seems also deeper. For the alternative, actually I still cannot find one that's exactly the same. So maybe in the near future, companies like Makeup Revolution, oh no, Revolution Beauty, or some other companies, Alter Ego, I don't know, they may dupe this color. I do not know. So maybe if you like this kind of color, then maybe you can wait for the dupe if you do not want to waste so much money. Another alternative will be this Aha Honey, the 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. Although they have quite different vibe, this is more vibrant, more fun. There are some colors which seem similar in the pan, like Candy, which looks very similar to, again, Honey, this color, and Queen Bee, which looks similar to Golden. Totally Foggy, which looks similar to Storm. I only find 3 very similar colors in this palette. Also, if you want to talk about natural, brown, gold, you can look at California Love, also from ColourPop. Not entirely the same as the Naked Honey, because there isn't yellow in here, more to the brown and a little gold vibe. They have natural neutral vibe. And next is another ColourPop eyeshadow palette. I don't see them selling on their website anymore. This is I Think I Love You. There is gold, there is brown, there is different colors. Not entirely the same, but they have the same vibe. So if you have this I Think I Love You and do not wish to spend a kind of money, just use this to substitute. The last 2 alternatives will be this from Juvia's Place, the Nubian. Not entirely the same because it's more red. There's no gold. But this is more to the neutral, natural vibe and compared to this. And the last one. This is the Warrior by Juvia's Place again. The color story is very similar, it's just that there's only 9 colors over here. It's more to the brown, the gold. Similar color story, just that Urban Decay has more colors. Alright dears, that's all for the sharing today. I hope that with the alternatives mentioned just now, it can help you to save some money if you already have it. And I hope that this video can help to provide you useful information to decide further whether you need to get this palette or not. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. Okay, this is from someone who loves honey, which is called Winnie the Pooh. It's a wise words from Winnie the Pooh, because sometimes you can find a lot of wise words from Winnie the Pooh. If everything is honey and I am what I eat, I must be made of honey, and life is very sweet. I love how positive Winnie the Pooh is. And dears, thank you so much for watching till now. If you are new to my channel, I do cruelty-free beauty products review and also providing inner beauty tips. So if you like this kind of video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube family. Thank you so much. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Without you dears, I will die soon. I mean my channel will die soon. May you dears have a peaceful, blissful and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye!